Hari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamarati Ravanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare. Rama Rama Rama, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare. Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Radhe. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladeva. Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की श्रीला प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम राम। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। Regular attendance to the Srimad Bhagavatam class daily. All that is troublesome to the heart will be destroyed almost completely. And devotional service unto the Supreme Lord Krishna will be established as an irrevocable fact in the heart of the devotee who hears Srimad Bhagavatam. Please repeat this verse. Yavadartam upasino देहे गेहे च पंडितः विरक्तो रक्तवत् तत्र द्विलोके नरतां न्यसेत्. So here is a translation. While working to earn his livelihood as much as necessary to maintain body and soul together, one who is actually learned should live in human society unattached to family affairs, although externally appearing very much attached. Amazing, no? Please repeat this. While working to earn his livelihood as much as necessary to maintain body and soul together. One who is actually learned should live in human society unattached to family affairs, although externally appearing very much attached. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki, this is the picture of ideal family life. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Ramananda Rai about the goal of life, Ramananda Rai described it in different ways, according to the recommendations of the revealed scriptures. And finally, Sri Ramananda Rai explained that one may stay in his own position, whether as a Brahmana, Shudra, Sannyasi, or whatever. But one must try to inquire about life's goal, atato Brahma Jignasa. This is the proper utilization of the human form of life. When one misuses the gift of the human form by unnecessarily indulging in the animal propensities of eating, sleeping, mating, and defending, and does not try to get out of the clutches of Maya, which subjects one to repeated birth, death, old age, and disease, one is again punished by being forced to descend to the lower species and undergo evolution according to the laws of nature. Prakrite Kriyamanani Gunakarmani Sarvashaha. Being completely under the grip of material nature, the living entity must evolve again from the lower species to the higher species until he at last returns to human life and gets the chance to be freed from the material clutches. A wise man, however, learns from the Shastras and Guru that we living entities are all eternal but are put into troublesome conditions because of associating with different modes under the laws of material nature. He therefore concludes that in the human form of life, he should not endeavor for unnecessary necessities, but should live a very simple life, just maintaining body and soul together. Certainly, one requires some means of livelihood, and according to one's varna and ashrama, this means of livelihood is prescribed in the Shastras. One should be satisfied with this. Therefore, instead of hankering for more and more money, a sincere devotee of the Lord tries to invent some ways to earn his livelihood, and when he does so, Krishna helps him. See here. Therefore, instead of hankering for more and more money, a sincere devotee of the Lord tries to invent some ways to earn his livelihood, and when he does so, Krishna helps him. Earning one's livelihood, therefore, is not a problem. The real problem is how to get free from the bondage of birth, death, old age, and old age. Attaining this freedom, not inventing unnecessary necessities, is the basic principle of Vedic civilization. One should be satisfied with whatever means of life comes automatically. The modern materialistic civilization is just the opposite of ideal civilization. Every day, the so called leaders of modern society invent something contributing to a cumbersome way of life that implicates people more and more in the cycle of birth, old age, disease, and death. So, and then one more verse we will take. Jnatayah pitarau putra भ्रातरः सुहृदो अपरे यत् वदन्ति यदिच्छन्ति चानुमोदेत निर्ममः. An intelligent man in human society should make his own program of activity very simple. If there are suggestions from his friends, children, parents, brothers, or anyone else, you should externally agree saying, yes, 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 that's all right. But internally, you should be determined not to create a cumbersome life in which the purpose of life will not be fulfilled. Correct now? Okay. So, in the first purport which I read, what was said was, we are all eternal souls, servant of Supreme Lord, but we have fallen into this world and we have come in the association with three gunas. Correct, no? And so, in that association, we have become trapped in this material body and we are all suffering. The goal of human life is to get out of this situation, correct, no? And to go back home, back to Godhead. But then, right now, we are a combination of soul and body, correct, no? We are soul, but we are residing in a bodily machine. Just like You are in a car, so driver requires his food, prasad, but car also requires petrol. Huh? Car also requires water in the radiator. Car also requires air in the tire. Huh? Car also requires repairing in the garage. All those things. So therefore, he is saying here, while living in this world, a devotee is very clear about his situation, that I am trapped in this bodily machine, and it's true that you have to take care of the car, but not become infatuated by the car. What is infatuated by the car? You go in different angles and click the photo of the car from different angles, huh? And then decorate the car, paint the car. Some people become very addicted to uh, pampering the car. So similarly, in this body also, this body is a car only, correct? No, but how much time people spend in different hairstyles? How many type of shoes, and people go to the saloon and spend so much time, huh? Nowadays there's a beauty parlor for men also now, huh? Like women, isn't it? Yeah, people are hairstyle conscious, mustache conscious, beard conscious, French beard conscious, isn't it? People are conscious, shoe conscious, belt conscious, watch conscious, cooling glass conscious, correct or not? Except Krishna conscious, huh? Except Krishna conscious, they are conscious of, yeah, everything material. So that type of life is condemned. Huh? I was in Pune station. I saw one fellow. You know, this fellow looks like a monkey, like that, but he is swelling a cooling glass and taking a selfie of himself. You know, seeing like this. So actually, simply putting a cooling glass doesn't make you great, huh? But he is imagining I am looking like some cinema actor. Huh? He's thinking like that. Just like one cat was looking into a mirror, and inside the mirror he saw a lion. Huh? So what is he thinking? I am like a lion. Huh? So this is called as Dehatma Buddhi, bodily consciousness. Hmm. So Prabhupada is saying here that while living in this world, oftentimes we become carried away by money making for earning our livelihood. After you all become devotees, you will see that there will be push and pull from family and friends. Uh, from family members will want you to focus on economic development, correct? No, money making. Make more money, even more money. Go to America, go to London, huh? Go all over the world. Our lava. Huh? They'll be saying like that. And they will introduce you to your uncle or aunt and everybody, and they will also pump you. Huh? Our banaka like our, they'll give you a key like. Huh? Sometimes there is a toy, when you give key to a toy, ting, 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 ting. You've seen the toy? It beats the drum. And after beating some time, when the key is over, ting, either you will remain like this. Correct, no? We also jump up and down in this world, running here, running there, making money, accumulating. One day, suddenly, what comes? Death comes. And you just remain like that. That's all. Mm. And all the money accumulated will remain in the bank. Mm. You are not going to enjoy that. And in this world, people push one another, inspire one another to make more money, more material success. And that is a very common thing in this world. People do. Now, not only they do, even you can feel insecure when you are in the midst of many other friends. You may think that, oh, this fellow has got a bigger job, he has a bigger money, he has gone to Germany, he has gone to Australia, he has gone to London. My cousin brother, he has grown so much. What about me? Uh, so, people are not looking for money to fill up their belly. People are looking for money to show off to people. How many of you agree? Correct, no? Yeah. So the desire to show off is there, you are gone. Huh? If you have a desire to impress the people of the world, this lifetime you forget now, that's all. You have to be reborn if you have to show off to people. But if you want food, clothing, shelter, that can be obtained very easily in this world. You can see, like, you see elephant in the forest is, getting tons of grass to eat. Bird doesn't go to any college to earn a degree to, get his daily food. Easily gets. Similarly, you can see brahmacharis and sannyasis, for example. They have put faith in Krishna and joined the ashram, correct? No? Now, are they thinking about tomorrow? What about tomorrow's food or next week? Now, how are they getting? When I joined in way back in '94, when I became full-time devotee, I was in Thermax company. Many of them said, hey, better to save some money and keep it to yourself. You're joining some spiritual institution. We don't know what will happen tomorrow. Whether you'll get food or not. Take care, take care. My friends were telling, and now I'm looking back 30 years later. Far from not getting enough food, I'm getting too much food. People are bombarding with prasad. And I have to run away from so many congregations who are asking, Prabhuji, come here, we will cook basmati rice and molten ghee and paratha and with everything they want to feed. And we have to say, no, 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 please. We are running away from food. Food is chasing after us. Correct, no? In the same manner, what facility we don't have, tell me. Hmm. Even a boy with IT job in America, his wife cooks only once in a week. Many of the boys, and they keep it in the fridge and they little it every day. They take it and put some microwave heating and they give. We are eating three times a day, very hot prasad. Correct or not? So what is lacking in our life? Tell me. Hmm? Is there anybody you have seen the early in the morning you get up and you're chanting, dancing in the early morning hours? Anybody in the world will do that? So much tension people have everywhere. How can a person with tension chant and dance? Huh? Isn't it? So we have given all our attention to Krishna because Krishna can evaporate the tension. Nashta parayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya. You study Bhagavatam daily, chant Hare Krishna daily, you can evaporate all your anxieties. And you can chant, dance, take prasad, you know, uh, and you have your time to study the scriptures and go out and preach. mm, Inspire the people in some good activity, add value to the life of people, add character, morals, ethics to the life of people. And most importantly, add the spiritual value to lives of people by which you tell them that the goal of life is to go back to Godhead, not be stuck in this material world. Like if you are going in a train, you can't build a house in a train, correct? No, will you keep bricks and build a wall so that you can stay in the train forever? When the station comes, they will tell you, get out now. This world is for getting out, not for staying in. Huh? It's a place like a bridge. Bridge is meant for crossing, not for staying. You go like this. Material world is like a bridge for the soul. So when I know I am not this material body, it's only staying with me for a temporary period of time. Mm. So the temporary thing should not be given too much importance. Permanent thing should be given importance. Correct, no? Mm. Like for example, you go to some lodge to stay for a few days, 3 4 days. Your company has sent you for some, what do you call it, on duty. They send you. What do you call it? On on site, yeah, on site. So they arrange a accommodation for you in a lodge and a hotel to take food and all. You know that you have come there for a temporary period. You go there and put your luggage and take bath and everything, eat your food, do the job, and then you wind up and come back. You are not going to make much arrangement in that place, correct? No. Why you won't make much arrangement? Because after 3 days you have to pack up. You are not going to create a permanent facility there, will you? You won't. Similarly, the material world is like that. You need some food to eat, some clothes to wear, some place to little bit stay, and these things come very easily. Actually, you have your fate, which brings these things very very easily. With I don't say you should not do any effort. Little effort is enough. In the same series of verses, Prabhupada will talk about 8 hours a day if you work. That 8 hours work, whatever money you get from that, that is written in your fate. But over and above that, if you are going to work hard, yes, you will make more money, but that will be taken away by doctors, lawyers, chartered accountants. They will make sure that you don't get more than what is written in your fate. Yeah, you will see that. Because if you work more than your number of hours, your body is going to get suffering, for which you have to pay to doctor. And if you work more harder and make money, somebody will become envious, they will pull your leg, then lawyer is involved after that. Then chartered account is involved because you have to have chartered accountant to help you save from income tax. Then he will take his charges. So therefore, 8 hours of work, whatever it gives, one can be happy. But the problem is, if any of you sitting here, you say that I will work 8 hours and I will make whatever little money, but my focus is not money making. My focus is to go back to Godhead. If you say that, will your relatives and friends and all people will they keep quiet? My Lord, they are going to make a big. They'll create a hell for you. They will nag you, nag you, nag you, pinch you, and they will want hours and hours to preach to you that you have to become a really hardworking donkey. You cannot just work 8 hours. देखो उनका बेटा उनका 3 shift है 3 shifts he is working. Some people have 3 jobs also nowadays. Morning one job, then they go to one company in the daytime, and evening also one more job. Huh? There are people like that working. So your relatives will push you. See, your brother, cousin is working like that. Why can't you work? So here Narada is giving a very simple formula. What he says, two things we learned in these two verses. Uh, one thing he says, anumodeta nirmamaha, he says, yad vadanti yad icchanti, anumodeta nirmamaha. What is the meaning of this? He says that when your parents, relatives, friends, they catch you and they preach to you how you can make more money, what you should do. You should nod your head very fastly. You know, like in Tamil Nadu, in Tanjore, there is one bull. Huh? Very nicely they decorate the bull with even the horn, the nice clothes they put. And they put the jil also in the neck also they put. And when the fellow plays, the mother comes tan 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 tan, and it will nod the head like this. Huh? It's called tanjore bull. As he keeps playing, it will nod the head. Like that, you can nod the head like a tanjore bull, which doesn't mean anything. Correct, no? Why you are nodding the head? Any of you can tell me? When you nod the head and say, wonderful idea, I never knew this, then they will leave and go away. Because they will think that you have understood their idea. You can even take a notebook and pen and note down also. Acha, how to make more money? Just give some ideas. After they go, you tear it and throw it in dustbin. And you go your way. You have to follow Guru. Huh? Guru will take you back to Godhead. And these guys will make sure you will remain stuck in this world. Once our His Holiness Navagindra Maharaj was telling, all these politicians and false leaders, you know, they are all telling, we are all going to Naraka. And you catch hold of our shirt, we will also make sure we will take you to Naraka. And the devotees of the Lord are telling you, we are going back to Vaikuntha. You come back. So you hold on to them, then you also go back home back to Godhead Vaikuntha. So Maharaj was telling, you decide what you want to do in life. Be clear of your goal. You can't keep two legs in two boats. You want to go back to Godhead, that is the main goal. And we don't say you cannot marry, shave up everybody and become brahmachari. We are not saying that. You can marry also, you can have children. But the goal is not expanding material life. That is not your goal. The goal is spiritual life. Because who are you? Are you spirit or matter? Huh? If you are spirit, then what should be the prime goal? Spiritual life, correct? No? For example, if somebody brings a knife and says, either I will tear your shirt or I will stab you, which one will you agree? Huh? Yeah? You will remove the shirt and you tear it as much as you want. Huh? You leave me, correct or not? After that, which is more important? Your body is important or shirt is important? Same with this body and soul also. The body is a dress over the soul. Huh? That is not as important as the soul. Car is important or driver is important? Driver, isn't it? Driver is living, car is dead. So, if you understand this principle, that body is simply gradually changing, one day it will drop to the ground and then it will be sent to graveyard for burning. Correct, no? Then why to so much worry about this body, accumulate for the body? In the Bhagavatam, the example is given, money collection in this world is compared to a honey bees collecting honey in the honeycomb. Huh? One day the farmer comes with a torch after 10 years of accumulating money. When he shows the fire torch, all the bees will have to fly away from there. And then he will take away the honeycomb. So much hard work they did in accumulating. Same thing happens to us in this world. If you work hard to accumulate, either the money leaves you or you leave the money. When do you leave the money? At the time of death. Or before death only, money leaves you. How the money can leave us? Hmm. Like there was one boy from Pune. He was in Durban. So, in Africa. So he was sitting near the window and typing in the laptop. Suddenly in the night, two hands came in to the window. I was shocked. It was having some gloves kind of thing with a gun. One hand was saying like this. Another hand was having. When I looked, who is that? He saw that fellow has put a mask. Only the eyes are visible. Huh? And he's doing like this. So the boy thought, should I give or not? How many of you will give away the laptop? You will give only few. Others, what you will do? You will catch the hand or what you will do? Huh? Others, anybody? Those who are not raising hand, what you will do? Huh? What you will do? Those who don't want to give away the laptop. Is there anything else you can do? He's wearing a thick electrician type of gloves he's wearing. You can't do anything, you can't bite the hand also. Huh? Wearing a thick gloves he's wearing. Huh? So the boy thought, I will give away the laptop because otherwise if I don't give it, if I try to, you know, get away from that, he'll shoot and then he will take it, correct, no? So which is better to lose my life by running away or to give away? So this is an example of how money leaves you. Huh? Here, in his case, money left him because his laptop was a costly one. After 4 5 years of working hard, he purchased it. But now he'll have to, money left him. Or in case nobody stole anything from you, lifelong you saved, at the time of death, you leave the money. Huh? That's what Bhagavatam says. Either you leave it or money leaves. If anyway it has to be left, then why work so hard? Is it common sense or not? Correct, no? Anyway, it is going to leave, either at the time of death or before that. Then why slog only for that? Huh? Therefore, he says, Bhratraha, Suhrudo, Apare, either your brothers or relatives or other people, Yad Vadanti, they will keep on advising you to make more money. Yad Ichanti, they will tell you that it is yours, so that you can build a house, you can buy it. Some people have four houses also. Huh? You've seen that? Yeah. And then they will say, then you can go to America. Then what? Then go to Europe. Huh? Then go all over the world. Expand company everywhere. Huh? Like that they will say, okay, what you should do? Anumodeta nirmamaha. Huh? So don't argue with them because if you argue with them, they will take 4 hours from you. Your time will be lost. And they are going to put a hook around your neck. They are not going to leave you. They will hang and they will trouble you very much. Because you are trying to give them a Krishna conscious perspective. And you know a lot of spiritual knowledge. And they don't have spiritual knowledge. You are speaking like this, they are speaking like this. Both are making arguments in your own plane. They are thinking they are the body. And you know you are the soul. So you are giving all soul arguments. And they are giving body arguments. And what will happen because of this? You both will have enmity also. Quarrel will happen. Plus time will also be wasted. And relationship will be spoiled. Not only that, they will go and tell other relatives that this fellow is a fool, is this about you. And they will make sure another dozen people surround you. And they will all take 4 hours each. Is it worth it? So how many of you would like to be saved from that situation? Yes. For that, you have to nod the head like a tangible. Understood? No, just nod the head. Wonderful, brilliant. Huh? I never knew this idea. Wait a minute, I'll note down. You know, you should be appreciate them. Then they will think that you have understood. Then they will leave you. Huh? Then they will think that at least he has noted and has heard it. But then what you should do? You should do what Guru teaches you, what Prabhupada teaches. Because that is the goal of life. Correct? No? So you can see that sometimes some devotees or millionaires also, that is written in their fate, correct? No? Just like, for example, our Ambarish Prabhu, or Rishikesh Mafatlal, or Simabal's owner, our Srinathji. So if you happen to, like here we had Lalwani, Rajkumar Lalwani in Hyderabad here. He was a millionaire. He got a lot of money and he made the temple hall with beautiful marble and everything. That also. So sometimes likely that some of you are already having a good fate that he may become millionaire tomorrow. Quite possible. I heard in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana and all, many boys come from crorepati families, I heard. And if they get a B.Tech or M.Tech, accordingly the marriage also is done very opulently and a lot of, they become even more bigger. Is it true? Is it correct or not? How many of you agree? Correct? Yeah. So money is not a very big problem. Then one has enough money and then one can utilize in Krishna service. But slogging all life for only material goods is a sign of foolishness. Therefore, the donkey example is given. Huh? So, donkey carries basmati rice on his back, but he doesn't get one mushti to eat also. Huh? But he carries, that's all. So, therefore, he says that by nodding the head, you save yourself from those people. This is whose technique? Narada's technique. Narada is only saying here. Huh? See, the Narada is the smartest preacher I have ever seen. Because he can go to the Sabha of Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyakashipu offers him a seat along with all ministers. And Narada is sitting very nicely, Narayana, Narayana, and he is playing in his veena. And he goes to the Sabha of Kamsa also. Kamsa is his friend, Hiranyakashipu is his friend, can you imagine? He can make friendship with practically Anybody, huh? Asuras also. Therefore, we say dhira, adhira, jana priyakaro. You can make friendship not only with devotees, with non-devotees also, because he exactly knows how to deal with people. Huh? If you know the art of dealing with people, you can be saved from so much headache. Huh? Now, this is not only with brother and family members and all. Hmm. There's one more thing we read. Raktavat tatra, the previous verse. Virakto raktavat tatra, the word is used here. See, yavadartam upasino dehe gehe cha panditaha virakto raktavat tatra nriloke naratam nyaset. Virakta means you are unattached. But raktavat means what? As if attached. Not attached. As if attached. Like that you should behave. For example, uh, once you become Krishna conscious, you start showing external signs of detachment. Hmm? Like you are going home, your mother is saying, you are having beard or you are growing this thing. Hey, beta, why you didn't shave clean? Huh? Why you are looking like this? क्या रखा है दुनिया में सब माया मोह माया है सब मोह everything is moha maya huh? Anyway, I am not this body, I am spirit soul. If you speak like that, my lord, you will get into trouble. Huh? If you show as if you are detached, if you show detachment to parents, relatives, friends, and also parents are asking how much marks you got in your examination, he said, what is this, when we die, next life you have to start with Baba Black Sheep. Yeah. What is the use of studying and getting marks? Sub Maya. If you talk about studies as Maya, job as Maya, this world as Maya, they will think that you have gone mad. Then they will bring all relatives to preach to you, to make you serious in your studies, to make you serious in your education. Because they get worried. Because they will say this fellow started chanting Hare Krishna and has become very detached. So they will snatch away your bead bag. They will make sure you have no kantimala, no bead bag, no dhoti kurta. They will make sure that you don't go to these classes and they will want you to detach. And what you should do, see, you have to know one thing, that they don't have the depth of spiritual knowledge what you have received in last many years. Correct, no? So therefore, you have to be sympathetic to them. How you will be sympathetic to them? Be kind to tell about your material successes to them. That's what he is saying. For example, if you tell them, when you go home, if you tell them that I got so much good marks in my examination, I got placed in a very good job. I'm getting, see, many of my friends got a lesser paying job, and I got 4.5 lakh per annum. My friends are getting only 2 lakh per annum. My parents say, wow. And they will tell all their friends in their college, all got 2 lakh, 2.5 lakh. My son got 4.5 lakh. And so they will be convinced that you have material attachments. So they are happy with you, that you got a good job, you got good marks. Hmm. Sometimes you can say that now I have to go to Punjab, one very big conference is going to happen, and I have to give a presentation in the conference. And then you click, you may click many photos and give it to parents. Conference, what is conference? People come together and take nice food, that's all. Most of the conferences, and nobody knows what other fellows are presenting. When I published my papers in final 10 modeling, I published some 7, 8 papers I published. My friends came and shook hands and said, Radheshyam, international magazine has published your article is very nice. I said, what did you like it? They said it's all full of differential equation. We didn't understand anything, but we know something good must be there. Otherwise, how they published? you know. So most R&D scholars, everybody knows whose area? Their own area only. They will know their own area. The other fellows cannot fully comprehend what is being published. So simply, if you go to a conference and come, attend some seminars and then eat food there and come back, parents think you are a great soul. Correct, no? Because when you click photos, then you can give it to parents, and then nowadays everybody want to send in WhatsApp to their friends. Dekho mera beta conference ja kar aaya. You went to a big conference. They take it very seriously. See, for them it's a very serious thing. For you, many of your college friends must have attended the conference. You are not the only great soul. But for them it is a... So if you send things like that to them, photos, tell them that, no, this is a conference I attended, or this is the job I got, very good job. Or if you tell them that I'm very healthy nowadays, I'm getting very good food, very healthy. And if you say that, I am thinking of doing this in future. After this, I want to get into IIT for my MTech. Or I'm thinking of studying GRE TOEFL and go. I want to go abroad. They will say, "What an intelligent boy my son is." Huh? He thinks 10 years ahead. Huh? So they'll be very, very happy. So you have to show that you are attached to your career. You have to show that you are attached to your education. You have to show that you are attached. But because this is very important for whom? Huh? Now, for whom it is very important? Your attachment to these things is important for whom? Huh? They didn't understand. Many of them didn't understand actually. Huh? For the family members. For them, it's very important. They want to make sure that you are attached to good score, good job, good future, career, correct or not? For them, it's very important thing. And if you go and talk in a very detached mood after reading all Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam and say, क्या रखा है दुनिया में है? Yeah. So they will get very worried about you. Therefore, they want to know about your body. And devotees want to know about your soul. Understood, no? So when you meet the devotees, you have to talk about the progress of the soul back home, back to Godhead. When you meet your family members and relatives, you should talk about your which progress. How many of you understood this point? Very simple. Very simple thing. And I don't say you don't progress. You try to progress. Like many of you raised hand, you are students now. So should you try for first rank or not? You should try. Although I was a very serious spiritualist, even in my college days, even from school days, I used to read many spiritual books. But when it comes to college studies, I would be very competitive. We were only three, four of us. Other than four of us, nobody got the first four ranks. We four only will be rotating. Sometimes I am first, others are second, third. Sometimes I am second or third, and others are first. And we lived in the same lane. And we will make notes and exchange also. I will give my notes to him, he will give his notes to me. And we would not compromise because anything you do in life, you do it perfect. Now I became a sadhu. Now become pakka sadhu. Don't become a dila dala sadhu. Isn't it? You are a student, do it very pakka. Yeah. Similarly, if you are doing business, do a good business, make a good money and give half to Krishna. Anything you do in life, do it wholeheartedly. So if you do it wholeheartedly, then you will also be satisfied and people around you will be satisfied also. So you should do justice to your studies also. Justice to getting a very good job also. Make an effort. And if you made it, many times what happens? One of our boys got placed in Microsoft. And then he's going home and parents asked, Beta, last week of placement was there. What happened? Which company got it? How does it matter what job I got? Everything is going to be finished. And the parents asked, you got or not? They thought he couldn't get it. Then he said, take a year's appointment at Microsoft I got. Then parents said, why didn't you say that happily? Because they want to see you happy in which life? Material life. So, if they see that you are very cheerful, like for example, one parent was telling the boy, Beta, you're coming home, are you not going to gym? Keep your body very nice. He said, I'm not bodily conscious, I am soul conscious. I only. So, earlier you used to go for playing football, now you are not going. Earlier you used to go for karate, what happened? You are not going now. So, many parents actually want to see you very dynamic boy and doing many great things in material life. So therefore they have to see you that materially you are not becoming disinterested. So if you show disinterest in material life, they are going to dance on your head to make sure that you become interested in material life. They want to make you interested in material life. That is the whole plan they have. But if you already show interest in material life, what they will do? What they will do? They will say, very good, this is how I want you to be. That means if you want to save your time from dealing with such relatives and friends and everybody, you should talk about material life to them, how you are materially doing. Huh? But when you meet the devotees, naturally talk about how you are spiritually doing. Because devotees are interested to make sure that you advance spiritually. Correct, no? If you tell the devotees that, Prabhuji, from 4 rounds, I come to 8 rounds now, they will say, wow, wonderful. Isn't it? Prabhuji, I have started doing seva in the temple. Wow, even more wonderful. Prabhuji, I want to join full time. Wow, even more wonderful. You know, Prabhuji, I am getting married now to a devotee girl and we both want to stay next to temple, regularly come for Bangla Arati. Wow, that's also very wonderful, isn't it? So devotees are very happy if you tell them about how you are advancing in Spiritual life. That doesn't mean devotees don't care about their material body. Otherwise, why they have arranged a cook for you, accommodation for you, isn't it? They are also concerned about their material body, but they know very well that material body is not everything. Correct now? Spirit, soul is very important and that should not be neglected. But many relatives, friends, parents, they don't know about spirit, soul, or the spiritual life. They are interested in material life. Therefore, virakto raktavat tatra. Raktavat means as if you are attached. For example, a man should show his wife that I am interested in you. See, I have brought a earring for you. I brought a nose ring for you. Because everybody in this world thinks about whom? Generally, oneself. They think about themselves only. Like when I would go home in my college days, I used to go only once in a semester to home for about a week or so. So for my sisters, I will get them earrings and bangles and all I'll carry. And for my mother, I'll get her a sari or something like that. And for the smaller children, I'll get mithai and other things. Correct now? So different things I will get. So my father, I'll get some special book, something of his interest. So when I would go home, when I open my bag, everybody will surround me. They know that I always bring something. The sisters, I'll go, see, I got earring for you, I got nose ring for you, I got bangles for you, I got pile for you. Different things I'll give them. And they'll be so happy. Wow, wow, they'll wear and see, very nice. How do I look like? They'll be very happy. Huh? And the kids will come running. They'll opening the bag. And then you take out mithai and give. They are also very happy. Your father, you give him a book. Mother, you give her a special silk saree from Kanchipuram or something you give her. Who is happy? Everyone is happy. They feel that, oh, this fellow has some feeling for the family. Correct, no? Then only they'll be satisfied. Now, later on, I got a job and joined Pune and then left everything and I joined. My sisters were crying and everything. One of my sisters told me that this lifetime you stay with us, next life you can join full time. I told that sister, see, that same thing my sister in previous life told me. Mm. Yeah. That is why I had to be born again now. So they were all very attached to me as a brother. I was like, next to my father, they saw me like a father. Correct, no? So when I joined, they were very affectionate. At the same time, they were very upset also with me. Hmm. But then later on, when uh, my sister's son and daughter-in-law grew up, I was paying attention to them also, guiding them on how to study. And then uh, one of my sister's daughter, she completed her education, and I connected her to one of the congregation devotees in Pune. hmm. And then they arranged for an interview for her, and she got placed in a good job. My father at that time told me, although this fellow is a sadhu Baba, he does not ignore the family. Just see, he has kept an eye in the family. And because she was a very, very intelligent girl. She was a topper in her college and everything. But why I connected her to one congregation devotee? Because in the native place where she was there, she was having a circle of Christian friends. And she was arguing many things about, you know, things related to Hinduism and Christianity versus Christianity. And I connected her to Pune congregation. Immediately they gave her an interview opportunity. She got placed in one nice company. And after that, I put her in touch with one Mataji who guided her like an elder sister. And now this girl became initiated now. She became initiated devotee now. All the whole family, all three sisters are all initiated now. So my father, when he was in the bed, he was telling that, I personally was very happy when he became sadhu, but others were not happy. Some of the, like my father was telling, but even now they are all very happy because you keep an eye on the family. So because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, Sachimata, when she came to Shantipur, Mahaprabhu went and met, how lovingly he dealt with her. So I am not telling you to do a drama. We actually have to, on one hand, feel some connection to them and do something good for them, but at the same time, not compromise in our spiritual life. You understand? Huh? We cannot compromise on our spiritual life. So, like right now, my sisters are all going to Tirupati. So they immediately call me, can you make some arrangement? Immediately arrange for special VIP darshan, and then accommodation in the temple and everything. So if any call or mail comes from them, I will quickly respond like lightning response. So then they feel that, oh, he doesn't ignore the family, correct, no? But if we ignore the family, then they will say that this moment has spoiled our beta, just see he has no care for the family, they will say. So, and also they call sometimes. One mother told me, my son never talks to me. Then I called the brahmachari boy and said, hey, you don't talk to your parents? Prabhuji, every week 3 calls, Prabhuji, I talk to them. I was surprised. He says 3 times he talks, and mother is saying he doesn't call at all. Then I understood that mother is calling him and he talks. But she is not happy with that. What she wants? He should call me. Huh? She said the last 1 year, even one call he didn't make, she was telling. But she has talked every week 3 times. Huh? That she's not counting because, and she has to chase him and then talk. Chase him, chase him, chase him. At last he comes in the call and then she will catch him. So, therefore, this fellow, I told him, you're a fool. You don't know how to be affectionate. If you show some affection to them, then they won't chase after you so much. I said. So, that's what he's saying here. Virakto raktava tatra means you may be virakta where? Inside your heart. But outside you have to be raktava. That show that affection. If you don't exhibit that affection, then the relatives, friends, and everybody will harass you too much. They will say that you are not caring. Sometimes people say that in those days you are like this and now you have become like this, they will say. Correct, no? Because you are neglecting or ignoring. So now this is about the family and friends. Now let us say you go to the office. And the office colleagues, you will see that, they are all into materialistic lifestyle and we don't like it. Many of them are into drinking and smoking and things like that. Mm. You don't like it. And your morose behavior comes out when you deal with them. So then imagine you are working in a project team, 5, 6 of you are working. Hmm. So when you work together with them, if you show a buru like that behavior, then they say you are very unfriendly. Hmm. So here is where we have to learn the principle of non-interference principle. Non-interference means you allow others to be what they are. Hmm. And you be what you are. So I am a devotee. In America, yeah, you will learn it all the more. Huh? Like I'm going with this tilak, Kantimala, this dress. If American meets me, many of the Americans actually are very affectionate. I mean, very well behaved in their dealings. For example, you say, oh, Radheshyam ji, please tell me, how do I express my salutations to you? Is it like this? I should fold the arm, say namaste? Uh, I would tell them, no, this is correct, not namaste, say Hare Krishna. I tell them, and say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Many of the Americans will do that if you teach them, which means they may practice Christianity, but they don't actually mind you practicing. You are practicing another thing. You practice and you wear this tilak and everything. You have a different type of attire, different type of look, but they respect it. Huh? Similarly, if they are able to respect us, then we also should respect them. Yeah. They may have different type of attire, different type of speed, different type of systems and everything. So our friends also, when you look at them, we should look at them compassionately in the office because they didn't get Krishna consciousness what you got. Correct? No? If they got like what you got, they will be also devotee like you. Correct or not? Somehow they missed the opportunity till now. Therefore, they look like materialistic. Their mind is absorbed in materialistic vibrations. So you should think, how can I be of help to them? Maybe you can give them a book. More easier than the book is the prasad first. You take some nice sweet and give them, they'll be very grateful. Actually, if you give sweet in their hand and you go away, now they don't see you anymore. But when they eat the sweet, they think you are a sweet person. Correct, no? This is the nature of the mind. Mind psychology is like that. Such a sweet person. Why is a sweet person? Because he gave me sweet. And therefore he's a sweet person. Correct, no? So this is the easiest way to win the heart of anybody. Anybody. It's very easy. Give them a nice sweet. And we have Govindas available. You can carry some days. Like special days, Diwali or New Year or something like that. If you go and give them, they'll be so grateful. So, as devotee, it's very easy for you to win their heart by giving some sweet prasad. Or some of them also are even more pious. You have this Vrindavan mellows, correct? No video. You can give them, put it in their mobile. And they will hear it. They'll say, "Wow, this kirtan is very nice. It's very enjoyable." Huh? So, next to prasad, they enjoy which one? Kirtans, music. And if they like these two things, then you can give them a book. Give them SSR or coming back or something like that, or a pocket book or something like that. Hmm? Slowly, you can try to bring them to Krishna consciousness. And also, while dealing with others, the most important aspect of respect is respect means appreciate everyone's uniqueness and individuality. Everyone is an individual. You will see that a monkey cannot swim and a fish cannot climb a tree. Yeah? And therefore, Einstein made one statement that if in a school they expect the monkeys to swim and fishes to climb the tree, it's a fool's paradise. Huh? It's a foolish school, he said, because everybody's talents are different and they are unique. So so therefore your friends, they may have different tastes and you have a different taste. So you have a spiritual taste and they have a material taste. But you have to work together in the same project. So what to do? So you have to see what are the things that are common to me and him. You should see. And focus only on commonality. Don't focus on the differences. Huh? Focus only on what is common. You both are in the same company. What else is common? We are in the same project. Huh? And what else is common? You both want to bring success to that project, organization, and then you both are going to get incentives. You're going to give say whatever. And what is the advantage in cooperating with him? Then your boss will be happy. Correct now. And what the advantage in cooperating with him? He will also cooperate with me. Correct now. And your connection with him is only the company. Otherwise, when you come back, you have your private life. He has his private life. So don't interfere in his private life, and he will not interfere in your private life. So allow that private part to be like just like if you have two circles intersection. Intersection is a small portion. Rest of the circle is independent. Correct now. So in the intersecting portion, you have to be cooperative with him, and that is only the office period. You see him in the morning. Hi, good morning. How is everything? He's asking, you are asking him. Come together and properly explain things to him. Don't deal with him in an inimical way. Be in a friendly mood with him. Because he ultimately is also a living entity, part and parcel of Krishna, correct? No? But the living beings covered over with some impure vibrations because of no good association. So, in this way, when you learn the art of dealing with people, uh, how to communicate with people, how to deal with people, your association doesn't mean I am sitting next to him, so I'm associating. No. Association means opening your heart with affection. That is called association. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, don't open your heart with love to non-devotees and atheists and such kinds of people. Because if you open your heart, that is, you are opening your vulnerable portion to people. And that too, you show affection, you are willing to put faith in them. And that is what should not be done with non-devotees. You have to be business-like or official. Official means, hi, good morning. I heard that yesterday you completed the work. Congratulations. Bye bye. And then you go your way, he goes his way. You talk officially. But on the other hand, imagine there's a devotee in the company. You both are taking lunch, you may say, Prabhuji, I am getting too much sleep in the morning. My japa was horrible today. What about you? He says, Prabhuji, I had a good japa today. He says, so, Ami boda dukhi, tumi boda sukhi. You are very happy, I am suffering. Please tell me, what's your idea? Then he may tell you, what time you slept, Prabhuji, yesterday. You may say, I slept at 11. Then he may say, Prabhuji, try to sleep early. Because you're opening your heart and taking help from the devotee. From devotees, you can do that. If you go open your heart to your karmi fellow in the office, I am feeling very tired, what I should do? He will say, don't get up in the morning. He will say, no, I get up at 8 o'clock only. He will say, you also get up at 8 o'clock, he will tell you. Yeah. On the other hand, if you catch a devotee and ask, devotee will say, sleep early. He will say, sleep early. It takes 6-7 hours rest, no problem. 8:30 9 बजे सो जाओ जल्दी take early rest. So open your heart only to devotees. Affection and opening heart is only to devotees. Other karmas, you can be business-like. Because why you have to be business-like? If you, for example, he is bringing something from home and giving you food. You have to say, I am following I am following a religious organization. And we have the restrictions. We cannot take onion, garlic. We have to cook and offer it to Krishna only, then take it. I have some stringent rules which we follow. But I accept your love. Thank you. Very kind of you. Thank you. So you may say that because when you give prasad to him, he may also want to give something back. You may say that. Then he may ask you, that means you will never eat from my this thing? You say, no, who said that? You come to 16 rounds, 4 eggs. Then someday when you will definitely come and I have given you books to read. If you come to the standard, then we can take from your hand also. Like that you can say, in case they ask you to eat, correct, no? It's not that we don't want, we don't care you are a Shudra or a Chandala or anybody. Anybody can give us food, we will take, provided they are Vaishnava. This is the standard. So in this way, you have to be formal in your dealing with them. But with devotees, we can be more friendly and more loving and things like that. So let us take some questions. Very good questions have come. Give the mic to Vishnu Prasad. Read. Give the mic to.
The questions which are already answered, should I read or?
No, you can read the question and then you can say it's answered. You can say.
How to deal with non-devotees in office, school in such a way that you don't feel uh, left out there.
So the last part requires answering. Uh, you don't feel left out. So in order to avoid being left out, you have to make up your mind that in my office or in my college, I have to make some devotees. You have to make up your mind for that. Say, for example, you're going to your class in the college. In your entire class, at least 20% will be pious. How many of you agree? At least 20%, correct, no? So you should target the pious people and try to make them devotees. You give them prasad, give them, kirtan, give them Prabhupada books. In my college days also, I had two very good boys coming from good families. So I posted them on either side of me. I was in the middle bench and then they were sitting on the other side. And they will always speak pure things. My ears will be hearing very, very nice things. But imagine, unfortunately, some bad fellows sitting on one other side, then you have to hear bad things, correct? No? So in office also, you make friendship with some people, you know. The friendship with some people are pious people, and you will always have good association. Begin with two people. Once they are devotees, get two more. Like that, keep two people, keep on making them devotees. So in this way, a day will come and you will have a group of people with whom you can take lunch, and they can also join your RTC center or they can join yoga. Then they will become devotees. That's the easiest way to not feel alone. Next. Yeah,
How
Mike.
to overcome overthinking, or how to
Overthink.
get good memory.
Yeah. So to avoid overthinking generally happens when you are having some worry in the background. So you lost a job, now you have to search for a new job, for example. Then you get overthinking. You wonder that what if I don't get for 6 months or 1 year or 2 years? Parents will call me back to native place. And if I don't get job at all, relatives will ridicule me. What will happen? So in this way, mind worries. Or I may get a job which is not paying so well. Huh? It is paying lesser than the previous job. Then should I take it or not? Should I wait for another job? So, and also my parents are saying that, beta, if you don't have a job, nobody will give you a girl in marriage. What will happen? Will I remain married? Will I remain unmarried for 35, 40, 50 years? I can't join full time also. I'm afraid of brahmacharya also. I'm like, nagarka, nagatka. I can't marry also. I can't join also. Will my seniors allow me to continue like this? So many worries, correct, no? All these worries can go on in the mind. Overthinking. Therefore, what one should do, number one, never be alone. Never be, there should always be somebody around you. And secondly, never be unengaged or underengaged. If you're unengaged, then you give mind opportunity for thinking. If you're underengaged, again you give mind opportunity for thinking too much. Because if you're underengaged, balance time, mind will engage you. Idle man's mind is a devil's workshop. And the devil's workshop is making overthinking. Hmm. Unnecessary, too much worry about things. Correct, no? And also, when you are overthinking about something, you are indecisive. Like Arjuna was overthinking in the beginning of the first chapter. You see that. 5 reasons he brought up and everything. Then what did he do in second chapter? Huh? He surrendered. Submitted himself to Krishna, 2.7. Shishyasteham sadhimamtam. So go to your senior devotee and say, Prabhuji, I'm overthinking about this. You tell me what I should think, what's the right way of thinking. And they will help you solve the problem. Correct, no? Yeah, next.
Can we chant the holy name by listening to kirtans or Prabhupada's chanting voice?
No, chanting is a very serious business. It's a hard work. It is. Chanting is not an easy thing. Actually, you should not watch TV. You should not hear anything else. You have to hear whose sound? Your own sound only you should hear in chanting. You should not hear Prabhupada's sound. Prabhupada's sound is good in the beginning. Like you put on Prabhupada's tape. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You hear for 1 or 2 minutes and you stop it. Huh? Because Prabhupada will give you charge. Huh? My Lord is chanting so powerfully, huh? With so much intensity. So that intensity you can associate with for a couple of minutes. Then you stop it. After that, you should chant audibly and you should hear your own sound. Hmm. So, and you should not watch TV or hear any other kirtan. That is not japa at all. It's just cheating. Huh? Japa actually means you should utter the sound, you should hear the sound attentively. Huh? So, for that, two very important distractors you should avoid, eyes and the ears. Huh? Actually, if you close the eyes fully, you go to sleep. Hmm? If you open the eyes fully, you get distracted here and there, seeing different people. Hey, yes, ho gaya, yes, ho gaya. You see like that. So therefore, you bring the eye, the black portion of your eyes, you bring it to the tip of the nose. That may cause sometimes a little headache. To focus on the nose. Therefore, one eye close and another eye focus here. Huh? Then we can chant very nicely because the eyeballs are resting now in the corner. You try this one eye you close, another eye you rest in the tip of the nose. See? Fortunately, nose is a non-moving portion of the body. You know, so you won't get distracted. So when you see like this, with a little eye open, mm, and you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So you will see that our gradually mind gets hooked to the holy name. Generally, when I chant, I don't look at anybody at all. You sleep or don't go to sleep, I don't care. Because first I have to worry about who's chanting. My chanting. Janma sarthaka kori. Then you do paropakari. Either only we are not sarthaka kori, only I am done. So why bother about others? I think there is no one around me. I am only chanting and divine couple Radha and Krishna are hearing. That's all. Nobody. Others I don't care at all. Because if you get into a commentary mode like cricket, they give commentary, no? अभी उठ गया ये चल रहा है ये सो गया ये अंदर गया पता नहीं आएगा कि नहीं whether he'll come back or not. He went to drink water, half an hour passed, he didn't come. Why he can go, why can't I also go? Our mind always is giving running commentary. Correct, no? Then can there be good chanting? Just focus on your own chanting, tip of the nose and chant little swiftly, Prabhupada said, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Then mind cannot escape. Mind will be focused very nicely. Actually, the real taste will come when you are hearing the sound vibration. When we don't hear, it will be very troublesome. It's like climbing a mountain. Once the hearing starts, even few mantras you hear, if you can't hear many mantras, 4 or 5 mantras also you hear, the real taste will start coming in that. So we have to chant with attention, attentive hearing of the sound vibration. 3 things, you all repeat. Chant audibly, pronounce clearly, hear attentively. These 3 only you have to do. Next. Of course, when you are hearing the philosophy, gradually the philosophy will come in the background of your mind. For example, you sit to chant, like you see the yogi, one video I showed. What is the first thought that comes in yogi's mind? Mahavishnu is lying and all the universes are coming from the pores of his body, isn't it? And then he is seeing the beautiful form of the Lord, and he is an expansion of Krishna only. Krishna is expansion of expansion, isn't it? And then from each of the universes, Lord is entering as what form? He enters the universe and half the universe he fills with water from his own body. What is his name? Garbhodakashai Vishnu. Garbha means universe. And then he's lying in Ananta Shesh. And then in his navel, what is coming out? The lotus. Brahma is born. And then in the top of the universe, there is a milk ocean called Shetadvipa. There, Kshirodaksha Vishnu is lying. He's entering into all the hearts of all living beings. He's also entering into the atoms also. So one is omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. These 3 lords, how there is no place the Lord is not present. He is present everywhere. Brahmaji is meditating on He's going to the shores of the milk ocean. So Savadabra Karuno Bhagavan Vivruddha Prema Smita. Smitena Nayanam Burhan Vijrumban Uttapya Vishwavijayaya Tano Vishadam Madhyagira Panayatad Bhagavat uh, Purana is saying the Supreme Lord is the ancient personality, most ancient. But at the same time, he's always very young and youthful looking. And he's asking the Lord, how is it that the waves of the ocean, milk ocean, are making sound like that? They're making sound, and you are lying so undisturbed. Generally, like we have this roads, they're making this near the temple. 12 o'clock they start. I get up also. You know, that they break everything and then they transport it. You can see that with sound we cannot sleep peacefully. Correct now. On the other hand, Lord is hearing the sound of the waves, still he's very peaceful. Not only that, he is lying in not a very nice bed like we lie. He's lying in which bed? Ashish. Snake bed. If one snake, by mistake, you put your foot on a snake, what you will do? You'll jump like anything. Huh? And he is lying in the bed. Which bed? Snake bed. And it is not very comfortable. It's like coils are like this. And Lord is very coolly lying in that. Huh? Because Adishesh is this very most intimate associate, like our Balaram. Huh? Balaram and Lakshman. So Lord is lying in that Adishesh. Mhm. And that too is lying in the middle of the ocean. Huh? He may want to sleep in a very peaceful room, like a room or something, but Lord is in the middle of open. The room is not closed, it's an open room. Huh? Open place, and it's lying in a snake bed, lying in the milk ocean, making sound. And the Lord has a beautiful smile on his face and eyes like lotus petals. Huh? And relaxing in yoga nidra. Huh? So Brahma is amazed. So one should meditate on this vision of this form. All these are expansions of Krishna. So when one becomes more and more purified in the mind, the visions of the Lord's personality, his qualities, his activities, these things will manifest itself not by our endeavor to think about them. They manifest on their own. So, but one has to be patient. That is actually a gift of the Lord for one who is chanting with attention. If you don't chant with attention, then we try to become externally attentive on so many other distractions. Next.
Guruji, regarding preaching, many times you have said to me to give message directly. For new boys, how much extent we can preach directly? Because many times I feel that I am pushing them while preaching. How much extent we can dilute?
See, if you are thinking that you are pushing them, that means they are not catching what you are saying. Correct? Now I am speaking to all of you. How many of you are able to catch what I am speaking? Yeah. This is how we have to preach. Preach means you preach at the level where people can grasp what you are speaking. It's not, there is nothing like a hard and fast rule that you preach directly or not directly. You preach in a way that you can connect with them. You know the principle of the resonance. You know that resonance means there are two forks. You vibrate one fork, other fork also forks, and then there's a sound. Sound comes. Because they are vibrating at which frequency? Same frequency. They both are vibrating at same frequency, resonance frequency. That's how the sound also comes. Similarly, you are telling the boy, and the boy is showing some sign of displeasure. As he's looking here and there, you know, looking at the watch like that means the boy is not. Then why should you push? Try to tell something that he can understand. For example, a new boy you meet, you tell something about the mind. The mind is like an elephant. There's a good elephant, there is bad elephant. So you can train your mind to behave like a good elephant. Or the mind can be like a flood or it can be like a dam. Simple examples. Correct, no? And then he may wonder if he's asking you, really? Then can you tell me how I can train my mind? Then you give him mala, tell him, chant Hare Krishna. So they can connect with that, correct, no? On the other hand, imagine you are telling that, the goal of life is to go back home, back to Godhead, go back to Goloka Vrindavan. And you're looking at the watch. No. I have some work to do. Can I carry on? He's asking. Correct, no? So you have to speak what they can understand. Yeah. Just like a newborn baby, the newborn baby gets breast milk of the mother. Now, after some time, he gets Cerelac or Farex or something like that, correct? No? Then when he becomes 6 or 7 or whatever, then they give chapati or something, little, or some solid foods like rice or chapati, something. Imagine a newborn child to roll a chapati and push in the mouth. Mhm. A child will be screaming. He doesn't know what is it. There's no teeth only. How can I bite? Isn't it? So according to the level of a person, you have to give. Next one.
Top-notch philosophy, highest shelter, best parampara. But when things are not smooth, no expected results, unable to figure out. So, what best can be done for successful preaching?
Uh, I don't know which preaching. Here I see preaching is a roaring preaching. So many of you have come together here. Huh? And temple also. Then you are staying in yoga also. In fact, we have problem of overflowing crowd now. you know, each of our brahmacharis have 30, 30, 40 people with them. Huh? And we need more and more people for preaching. Actually, in my observation, ISKCON Hyderabad, Abid's temple, Radhamanmo temple, youth crowd is an enormous crowd. It is in a very short time it has picked up. Uh, it didn't take too many years. Brahmacharis came recently, and you can see the way evenings how many youths are coming in the temple. Both the general youths are also increasing, and those who are becoming devotees like all of you, that is also increasing, and they're becoming more and more committed. Uh, there are places like IITs, NITs. Sometimes you are preaching for 2 years and you got two people. Your situation is not like that. Mm. And Prabhupada was preaching in the 1965, 1 full year, it was almost impossible to get anybody. Mm. So sometimes you may be preaching sincerely and people may not come. And Krishna tests you and makes you more humble. Correct, no? But the way preaching is happening here, I don't think there is any dearth of people. Next. In case you feel that, you in your preaching you are having some 10 boys and one by one they all went away, nobody became fixed up. Huh? In case you feel like that individually speaking, then you may have to modify your style of preaching. Maybe there is some mistake. What I would suggest you can meet your other mentors and talk to them. Hey, how do you preach to new boys? Let me watch how you talk to them. You can talk to Vishprasad also. So if boys are going away from us, they're not liking, then maybe the way we are speaking may not be suitable. We have to modify that. Yeah, in this one.
Correct. As you mentioned in the morning Japa talk,
Mm.
both seva and sadhana are important for spiritual progress. I enjoy or like doing seva, but sometimes I worry that if I commit mistakes or some aparadh. I also notice that while doing seva, I am generally in mode of I find myself in mode of passion. So
Actually, seva is much, much more easy than chanting, japa. Huh? There are even new people who want seva. Like one time in Rath Yatra, we got some young boys. What do you call that? One group came, no? Volunteers. Volunteers. Sometimes even 150, 200 boys, girls are ready to, they all come with some uniform. Correct, no? They belong to NSS or some organization like that. And they are ready to work very hard. You tell them to put the chairs, they'll put, arrange the stage, they will arrange, clean this, clean that, because their hands are itching for activity. They will do it. That means even very, very new people also are ready to do seva. But tell them to sit down and chant one round. My Lord, they will say, this is too much. you know, chanting is difficult. So, therefore, we tell them, okay, first you do service, get a little purified, and then sit down and chant. Then do little more service, get little more purified, then you'll chant more. Finally, we should arrive at a situation where there is a good balance. Huh? One should complete 16 rounds, and then one should do seva also like that. You have to balance.
in one of the class, you mentioned about leaving boys and dead boys while preaching.
Yeah.
Sometimes boys become very interested in beginning, but at end, due to bad association, they put off,
Yeah.
and sometimes they become weak. So how we can actually keep such boys inspired?
Yeah. So, the boys who are upcoming devotees, they have a tendency to have one leg in bad association and one leg in good association. So whichever connection for them is stronger, they go in that direction. Huh? Like Karna, he felt more connection with Duryodhana and then he got destroyed. Huh? On the other hand, Vibhishan, he felt more connection with Lord Rama, so he got saved. Correct now? So you will see that the boy whom you are cultivating, if they went away, what can we do? We try our best to protect them, save them. And beyond that, some people go, it's very painful for us. We can only pray for them. Yeah? But we should try our best to give them a higher taste by connecting them to various devotees and various activities. Be very attentive to supply them the spiritual inputs time to time. Hmm. But some will go away. Like this story of this monkey who made friendship with the crocodile. Correct, no? But what is the problem with the crocodile making friendship with crocodile? Crocodile was a creature of water. Monkey was a creature of land. Yeah. So the tree in which the monkey was living, that is like your center, huh? Like this center. Huh? And then outside boys, Karmi boys, they are like crocodiles. Correct, no? So crocodile asked the monkey one day, my dear friend, you know, how is life for you? Huh? He said, I am in this jamun tree. My parents have told me never to leave this place. Uh, I have to be here only. What about you? He asked. Crocodile said, oh, I can swim in the lake. I see the blue sky. I see the beautiful mountains and greenery, everything. I have a lot of freedom, he said. But monkey said, I don't have freedom. Similarly, our boys also sometimes think, oh, I am in this RTC center or I am in this temple. I wear dhoti kurta, I chant and dance. And my seniors say, don't do this, don't do that. Huh? Many times we are guarded. Huh? And how about you? Then your कर्मी friends may say, oh, हम तो बिंदास कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, कुछ भी खाएंगे, कुछ भी पिएंगे, कहीं भी जाएंगे, we can do anything like that. They say. Then you think they are more happy than me. We think like that. That's why the monkey agreed to go with crocodile. But once he went in the lake, then he realized it was a big blunder I did. You know, in the middle of the lake, he was seeing that the crocodile's body is very thin like a paper. All around water, he said to crocodile, I'm little afraid. Can we go back to the... Similarly, you are a devotee. Devotee cannot be a materialist. Huh? Initially, material life is attractive for you. But when you go too much in material life, you feel uneasiness there also. Correct, no? So then he told him, take me back. And then crocodile said, sorry, my wife told me to bring you a kaleja so that she can cook uh, for lunch. Because crocodile's wife, Crocodile Annie, she said, hey, last 4 days I didn't see you. I think you are having ano- another crocodile you have. And this fellow said, no, no, God promised. I have friendship only with the monkey, he said. Really? Where does that monkey live? He said he lives in a jamun tree. Then the crocodile and he said that this monkey must, this kaleja must be very sweet, tasty because he's eating jamun. So bring his kaleja today. Then I trust that, your friendship is with the monkey. And this fellow was innocent fellow, the husband crocodile. He told everything frankly to monkey. And the monkey started trembling. My lord, they are going to take me and cut my heart and take out. Instead of doing heart transplant, they will go and cook the heart. Huh? You know, they're going to cook me up and I'll be dead. Huh? What will happen to me? He started crying. So he prayed to the super soul in the heart. Huh? And the Lord guided him with some idea. What was the idea? He said, oh, you wanted my kaleja. That I always hang it in the tree. Huh? He said. And this foolish crocodile said, really? Huh? You hung your heart in the tree? Okay, then I'll take you to the tree and then you bring it with you. So when he was taken back, when he jumped to the bank of the river, he said, you get lost, you crocodile. Huh? You fool. Enough of my friendship with you. I made a big mistake. So we say, birds of the same feather. Yeah, which means, monkey should make friendship with monkeys. Parrots fly with parrots. Dogs make friendship with dogs. So devotees should make friendship with devotees. Correct, no? Oh, monkey understood that. And then he happily went back to the tree and he understood my parents are protecting me. I am safe. So you also have to be very careful in dealing with non-devotees. Yeah. Next.
As you mentioned in the last Saturday class, to progress faster in spiritual life, it's essential to get
And the program?
progress faster in spiritual life. It's essential to let go all of material attachments. But how to deal with family responsibilities? Because of that, sometimes I am not able to attend weekend classes or yatras or camps.
So you can hear the recordings in case you miss the weekend classes. Later on, also the weekdays, you can catch up with hearing the recordings whichever you missed. Sometimes family responsibilities may come in the weekend. You can do that. Hmm? If you tell the parents that no, I'm going to attend the lecture, then they will become unhappy. They will say that you're all the time hearing. You're not doing the home, no, household duties. When I was in my native place, I used to help my mother cut sabji also. wash the pots. If you offer some help to mother, she's very happy. Uh, Similarly, sometimes go with the father sometimes. Then in such cases, you can hear the audio recording, video recording after the weekend is over. You can do like that. You have to learn the art of balancing both. Balancing the family needs. And right now, you all are unmarried boys. If you're married, then morning for Krishna, daytime for profession, evening for family. You have to divide the day like that. Right now, you're morning for Krishna, the daytime for the profession, evening for preaching. Correct? Huh? You have time. So after marriage, then more responsibilities come. Now itself, you should learn the art of balancing. Otherwise, how will you balance after the wife and children come? That will be even more. Correct? Huh? Next. Over. All are answered now. Shil Prabhupada ki more.
One question,
Okay,
Prabhu.
one question has come. Yeah.
How can we make father and mother into devotees?
Into devotees. So um, actually, they have to be connected to somebody in their age group. Like for example, say your mother meets other ladies who speak the same language. If you speak Telugu, another Mataji also should be speaking Telugu. If your mother is like 45 or 50, then you should introduce her to another Mataji who is also in that range, 40 to 50, like that. Then she feels friendliness. And if possible, if they are also from a similar background, for example, if you come from a Brahmana family and then introduce her to Mataji, another, she's also from Brahmani family, they connect very easily. Or somebody is a Vaishya family, you connect them to Vaishya, like Agarwal or Goyal or Bansal and all. You connect them to Agarwal, Goyal, Bansal family, devotees. They quickly connect because the culture is same culture. So try to match the culture, match the language, uh, and identify. If you ask Krishna Prasad Prabhu, he will put you in touch with Murli Gopinath Prabhu, correct? No? From them we can find out. And then when they see that their sons and daughters are practicing, then they can very easily connect. Everybody needs a network. Like all of you fellows, you got network of boys who are of similar age group, correct? No? So you are practicing very easily and they are very comfortably. Same way they also need. Same with your father also. If your father is in a certain profession, try to connect somebody in a similar profession or similar age group, language and all those things. It may take a little while to spot who can do that connecting thing. So that's one of the ways. Another thing is you in your locality, if you are all having parents in Hyderabad only, Hyderabad or any place or any other place. So you can try to find out the local program there. How nice program is going on. Is it a very good association? First you should find out. Don't directly connect. Make sure it's a good program. There's a good devotee. And then take the mother. Mother is the one who becomes devotee more easily generally. Father is super busy with the job and everything. So take the mother to the program, connect her to some lady. And then when she starts chanting and everything, she will inspire the husband also. And then he will also come. In this way, gradually we can bring them. And if we preach to them directly, very few mothers may take it. Huh? Many mother may take it, but father generally doesn't respect you so much. For especially when you're a student. If you're doing job and you're also doing this, he may listen to you. There is a possibility. Like my father, I can't preach to him, but when Gaurang Prabhu came, my father sat with him for a couple of hours and heard many things from him. Because father many times will have ego problem. They will think that this fellow, I have seen him as a small kid. He will come and tell me and I have to listen to him. They feel like. But if you tell any other devotee to speak, then they may hear attentively. They have a lot of respect for other boys. If you take one very good devotee from here to your home, and then if they tell nice things to your father, then they may listen. Possible. Mm. Okay? Yeah.
Uh, I have a question that becoming a blessing, becoming millionaire, a blessing of elders or fate? Because when I tell my success to my parents, they become happy. Direct me to the elders, saying that because of their blessings I got it. So
Uh,
is it really because of blessing or it is my fate?
Sometimes it can be a combination of both also. Correct? Na? So you have something in your fate and the elderly people also blessed you. And we should always think it is blessing of superiors that what we have is what we actually in India families are generally good. grandparents, parents, that generation and all was very high class, very value based life they have led, many of them. Mm. And also they have worked for preserving the sanskaras in the family, due to which we were also saved. Otherwise, if they were degraded, then the subsequent generations also degrade. So we should never think that, no, in my fate it is written, so I have done punya because of which I am such a great soul. That kind of thought process is not very good. We can actually, there are multiple factors. There is ultimately Lord's blessings, yeah, many elders, their blessings, and our good association of friends who gave us good habits, many other things. Our endeavor also is counted, but that should not be considered as only factor. Yeah. A humble devotee always thinks it's a Vipra Dharma Achyuta Ashraya, taking shelter of Vaishnavas and Lord Krishna and Dharma. So that is a real protecting agents. Yeah. Shri Prabhupada ki, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki. So this center has how many residents here?
Here we have 7 devotees.
7 devotees
Yeah.
here.
In
And how many are living in